Welcome back, everybody, to the Warlord of SBAS place, Torment, Ties in Numenera, episode 100. Holy crap, 100. Well, anyway, last time we explored the crystal caves and looked through all this stuff. Found out a little bit about the history of our progenitor, or, you know, creator, whatever, changing god guy. So we want to mess with these electrical things. This will turn it off. If I turn these off,
there's adventure everywhere I look. Why aren't we chasing after it?
Okay, good thing. Okay, here it is. If I turn these things off, the crystal eaters will come. Not sure what that will actually do if I do that. Turn this on. Used it. Didn't find anything interesting on it. Turn this off, allow the crystal creature to escape.
Yes. Now.
So there's really only a couple things left to do. First we have to unlock this thing. Blah 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 machine. Trying to figure out the key to unlocking the force field based on the clue from the experimental notes. Since my guy's pretty smart, it's unlikely I wouldn't figure it out. So yay. Yeah, man. There we go. The three geodesics through the barrier center are the key. Watching the glyphs revolve around the central ruin, the meaning suddenly becomes clear. The symbols increase and decrease in size as they move around the ruin, revealing more quickly than they come close to it, and slower when they're further away. They aren't revolving, they're orbiting. And the ruin is barrier center. The definition of geodesy rises from the depths of your mind as well. It means a great circle track, the shortest line between 2 points on a sphere. On a hunch, you draw a line from each of the three symbols to the others, curving the lines through the ruin in the center. The symbols stop orbiting lines appear where the finger drags across the interface. Soon you have three carved lines connecting each of the symbols. 3 geodesks through the same barrier center. The interface disappears, replaced by an image of some kind of field projector. Triumphant, you cut the power to this projector across the cavern. The force field deactivates. Swag. Now I can loot. Woot woot.
Naturally.
Let's go loot. Alright. This one. What is in this? Loot it.
Naturally.
Come on. Loot it. Or stand stupidly and not do anything. That works too. Zephyr, shell armor. 20 plus armor for 5 rounds.
These ciphers are killing me.
Yeah, we have too many ciphers. Blah, blah, blah. Deals 36 energy damage. Sweet.
I'm carrying too many ciphers.
We all know that, dear. We just don't care.
Yes.
So, this among the crystal formation is a steel pod. Cables pass in and out of the pod, glowing with energy. As soon as you're within the arm reach, a shining interface materializes in the air. Between you and the pod, there are a few strange symbols arranged in a circle around file grid pentagon, similar to the tattoo on your head. I don't know. Touch your own tattoo to the center symbol? Haha. As you draw close to the filigree, pentagon glows more brightly. Your head becomes warm, but not uncomfortably so. When it touches the light, you feel a small amount of energy flow out from you. The cables on the pod pulse quickly, and the top of the chamber opens with a hiss. Hiss. The only item inside the helium circlet is as black as the sky behind the stars. The magmatic amulet. You remove it from the pod and take it with you. Sweet.
I'll remember that.
Chamber hisses shut and the interface vanishes. Sweet, I got what I needed.
All right.
Can I play with it more? Alright.
In an instant.
Alright, so That worked out. Good. I don't think I really want to mess with this and
Don't mind if
get
I
those
do.
monsters attacking me. I don't see a reason to do that.
I'm ready.
I gain nothing from that. I might gain something from that, but I don't really want to fight crystal monsters.
Fine.
Fine. I have the crystal annulet, or whatever it's called. Quest item. Yay me.
All right.
Alright. Let us venture.
Look out below! Above! Sideways!
What he said.
Of course.
Of course. It's a horse, a horse. Where'd those guys go? Who? Oh. You're gonna be a problem, aren't you?
Ready?
Fine, I'll go kill you. Darren bars the path with a slight confident smile. Greetings again, Cast-Off. Whatever you did in the cave has caught the Chinji God's attention. He knows you're here now, and he has asked me to destroy your mind. He smiled brown. Do not resist. Suddenly his pupils slide out of view, not up, but sideways, as abruptly as if they've been slapped. Yes, he says in the same casual tone. Of course, it won't be long now. His pupils return from the opposite side. Okay, his eyes did in a full circle. Don't waste your time speaking to him. Take his mind. You said you weren't really a prophet. He shrugs. I lied. Your crystalline friend was right. One of us does have two thought patterns. Your father speaks to me in my mind. He turns his head slightly to the side, pointing at a tiny device at the base of his skull, too small to have noticed before. He has told me that he has need of your body. Now I've learned over the years to trust what he says. A hint of sorrow touches his eyes. It is time to return your father's property, Cast-Off. When the Shinji God starts speaking to you. Years ago, Dorian says something. He taps the base of his skull. Ever since his device attached itself to me while I was exploring one of his abandoned laboratories. He has asked me to tell you that the eraser of your mind will not hurt. He will simply nudge your mind into oblivion and take it its place. Dorian bows his head. He will be among us at last, thanks to you. It won't hurt, Cast-Off. It's only nudging your mind into oblivion, so that I may have my body. What is the device anyway? One of his mouthpieces. He says, brewed furrowing. Apparently he had assumed that this was common knowledge among Cast-Offs. Smiling, he shakes his head in self-deprecating amusement. Self-deprecating amusement. I picked the relic up, examined it, and discarded it. But then it shot up from the ground and chose me, claimed me. Your father has spoken to me ever since. Jin God is using you. That's what he does. Of course he is, Dorian says, sighing. And we choose to let him. You and your kind do not have the same freedom. The body does not belong to you. It must be exhausting, he says, compassion in every line of his face. It must be impossible knowing that every breath is borrowed, that your discoveries do not ultimately belong to you, and that your only marks on the world will be the ones he does not wipe away. He clasps his hands. Thankfully, we are here to take the burden from you. It is time to sleep, Cast-Off. It is time to surrender. Yeah, I'll try intimidating. I'll give you one chance to run. Just one. Be smart. Alright, well, I'm absolutely terrible at that. Anyone else do it better? No. We are absolutely terrible at that intimidation. Oh, 50-50. Nope. His complicity behind turning his face to the threat of your threat. His mouth harness. Attack, he spits, gesturing followers toward you. Ah, it was worth a try. Oh well. Miss.
What's happening to me?
Oh, that's not good. Let's see. You, meat shield. Nah. Hook. Sucker punch attack deals weapon damage plus 3 if the target has a or is dazed for 1 round. Just start attacking regularly. And we'll take the other named one. Alright. So good. So far so good.
That's the stuff.
Oh, that was annoying. Definitely want to kill you first.
Feels like someone threw up in my mouth.
Okay, my turn. Summon construct. Target an ally with enemies weapon range, then choose one. Somebody choose an ally makes an immediate attack. Blast. Onslaught. Transdimensional maybe? Mental. Let's go with transdimensional, see what happens. We want to just get rid of their leader.
Try this out.
Because he's way too much of a threat.
Go.
All right. All right.
Alright. And you will try to eliminate this guy. Just do a whole bunch of damage so he's going to be eliminated next turn. And then you're actually pretty okay damage wise. Alright, you're just gonna buff your friend. And he's gonna hook. It's fine, Tiber's my meat shield anyway. Ugh, these guys are wrecking me pretty hard, but what does this do? Heal? You're not even gonna hit that guy. I don't know why you even bother. What does this do? Good training level? Nope. Don't care. If he also resists confers faint in the next attack. Alright.
Keep your head down. We'll be out of this soon enough.
Run away.
Can't say I mind that.
You actually have a lot of hit points left. So I need you to go be the meat shield now.
How sad the Tiber is gone. Whatever shall we do?
Don't worry too much, Calestige. Let's see. Can I revive him? Yes, I can.
Oh, so we're not dead yet. Lovely.
So we're not dead yet. Lovely. Alright. Just eliminate this guy.
Fear my power.
I'm quite feared. That was a pretty good power show. Yeah, continue to be the meat shields where we take out these last 3 guys. Yes. Surround him. He's actually really good at being surrounded. Alright. Now we want to flank him, actually. If we can.
Well, this
Yeah.
is embarrassing.
In front of you dealing weapon damage to all. Good, good. And you can stay there, because I want you to be attacked.
Not feeling my best.
Yeah, you're fine.
Saying something.
Alright. Shoot this guy. No, we don't have enough points in that. Let's go transdimensional. And just eliminate this guy.
Gods!
2 more left. Good. Let's back up.
Go.
Well,
This is quite
I
hurt.
feel better.
Can you get this guy? Not quite close enough. Right. Need you to
In an
move up.
instant.
And now attack.
Watch and learn.
Alright. Bad. Good, but not bad. Just eliminate this guy real quick. Well, girl, I can't really tell.
Well, this is
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Tabby, you're not doing great in this fight. I'm just saying.
Victorious!
Critical hit. Alright. Last guy. Need you to
Alright.
myself to move up. And transdimensional. Oh, I said transdimensional. Because we want mine because I have plenty of points in that.
What do you think of this?
Hobbled.
Without doubt.
Oh, I have plenty of doubt. Nah, not quite in range. Sure.
You are no match for me.
Yeah, we're gonna win
Someone
this.
stab some healing into me.
Hey, it should be fine.
What a shame.
Good job, Tiber.
Nothing can stop me now.
Woohoo! And levels. Sweet. That went way better than I thought it would.
Yes. Now.
I mean melee weapon. Neat.
Yes.
Gauntlet of Murder. What is this? Deep black metal gauntlet twinkles like the stars in the night sky. If you listen closely, a hum can be heard, emanating from the glove. I'll look at that later. Medium range weapon. Slug spitter. Leaf clover. Alright.
Of course.
Melee weapon speed.
Without doubt.
Go.
That.
Of
That.
course.
Where to the. Forgotten Gunner. And crossbow. Did I get everybody's mad loot? Yes.
Of course.
So I got a couple of levels, so let's do that real quick. Tiber, you're still getting slightly less useless. Ability or skill? Quick fingers. I need you to be our thief now. And Calestige. Hmm. Just keep on getting better at that intelligence. So you practically have to use no skill points. Alright, well, wasn't that fight. So did I get anything really interesting, or is it mostly crap? Let's see, shitty weapon, shitty gloves, weapon. Not quite sure, but I don't want to mess with it. Skills are a little too low right now. Three-leaf plant is blocking as pitch and hard to stone. When held and pressed against the article of clothing, a stem extends itself into the fabric. When leaves are pressed, the wearer sees a vision of a young auburn-haired girl embracing a dark-haired boy before turning away. Wave of visible intense longing for the boy. Alright. Nothing useful there. And shitty weapon. Alright. The glove is the only interesting one, I think. I'll have to look at that later.
I'm going.
Intriguing. Wonder what the glove does. Well, I definitely need healing before I do anything. Oh, of course. You're gonna want something from me, aren't you? Look at all that range is hidden in the scar.
Natural.
Clearly, it wants me to touch that. I need some healing first if I'm gonna mess with these things. Use item. Myself. Okay, apparently can't do multiple heal. Fine. Whatever.
Yes. Here. Now. Yes.
Alright. So I have some intellect and some healing. It's not the best, but doing what I can. As you approach, the voice of Bloom begins to click buzz in your ears, make your fingers twitch and setting your teeth on edge. Get yourself to the magnetic amulet as if it's something you've done many times before. Alright. Touch it. You grasp the crystalline artifact at once. The voice of the Bloom grew louder and louder still. They fill your consciousness, drawing out your thoughts, hissing and whispering and chittering and buzzing. They're coming from every direction, from above, below, from nearby, and far away. Swinging on your feet, you nearly topple to the floor. Slowly, the Bloom voice resolve themselves into the constitutional parts, but now they carry sense impressions with them. Hunger, curiosity, desire. Each burst of the Bloom's voice invokes a new impression in your mind. For a moment, you let go of the amulet, and the sense impressions are gone. The voices are nothing but meaningless babble. Then you touch the amulet again, and the sense impressions return. You realize that the magnetic amulet is a translator of sorts, though the limits and scope of its power are uncertain. Listen to nearest voices. Hear closer Bloom tongues whispering softly to you, exuding a sense of expectation and familiarity. The tongues know your scent, perhaps that of your sire, and they are eager to touch your mind. But the voices are not the only ones here. A score of other voices gibber and shout from the dark corners of the room. Ordinary human voices that once belonged to the merchant guard and Bloom guides, who were devoured here. Fragments of their mind cling to the life in the half-digested corpses, and they cry out for in confusion, rage, or pain. Alright. Distant voices. Focus on the Bloom voices that are coming from outside the trade post. They seem at first like an indistinct babble. There's actually many different voices. thousands of voices, each arising from somewhere else in the bloom. Some of the voices belong to individual maws, invoking impressions of hunger and need. Others resonate from deeper places within the bloom. When you concentrate on those voices, you experience flashes of intense emotion or catch fleeting glimpses of men and women being eaten or killed. Every voice is unique, chittering, groaning, barking, whispering, rattling, and hissing. Yet all of them are the bloom. Try to communicate with a cluster of bloom tongues. Relaxing your mind, you allow the whispering of the bloom tongues to penetrate your thoughts. Memories arise into a consciousness, trivial moments you thought you had forgotten. Just as you recognize them, they are swept away. The bloom tongues are sifting through your memories, looking for something. The voices dig deeper into your unconsciousness. What seems harmless at first became irritating. A dull ache blooms blossoms in the back of your head, spreading across your skull and down your spine. Pain comes in waves, as if the bloom is trying to wrench a memory out of your brain. I'll allow it. Given you are aware of the bloom's presence in your mind, pulling the memory at a memory, hidden deep in your consciousness. Like a stubborn tooth, they refuse to be torn out. With the final gust of searing anger, the memory bursts into your conscious mind. You stand under a blazing purple sun. It's not that was never of the ninth world you know. Your body sits heavy on you, unfamiliar muscles rippling as you move. And move you must, as your boots lose their propulsive power. You must scramble at the sheer rock face for the extra boost, pulling yourself up with your battered hands, trying to reach the eye sockets of the mountain-sized statue. You laugh madly, and you can't feel your consciousness straining to leave this shell. You gain the safety of the cavern eye. You look below to see the pursuers swarming up the cliff. You are defying their holy ground, and they mean to make you pay in blood. Their lamprey mouths, their many arms, and their needle-caped suckers on their hands all suggest that they are more than capable of taking it. Except as they come, you hold your hand out above them and curl it into a fist. The air coalesces into an acid shower that rains down among them. Their screams are like an opera. That memory ends slurped from your mind like a surgery nectar. You remember witnessing it, yet the memory itself, the collection of sensory impressions that was actually experienced by the changing god, is gone, devoured by the bloom. The bloom tongues sag drunkenly against each other, as if the feast has made them long and confused. Alright, intellect. Try to take control of the bloom tongues. Aha. Great success. You reach across the barrier that separates your consciousness from the tongues. A barrier now made from primarily by the amulet. Tentatively, you begin to direct the motions of the tongues. It's a strange sensation, like having another set of limbs. But they respond to your impulses. Barely the tongues try to resist. But with a bit of concentration, you quiet them like errant thoughts. These tongues you recognize are a tiny locus of the bloom's consciousness. Their roots extend throughout the trade posts. And now so do your thoughts and commands. Release human minds? See what that does. A few moments of concentration reveal the snaking roots of the bloom tongues. A sorrel connected to the corpses. Hair-like fibers grow throughout their petrifying flesh, linking to their half-dead brains, keeping their minds alive. You force the bloom tongues to withdraw their fibers from each of the bodies. One by one, the gibbering voices cease and their tortured minds fade and die. Move the trade post back to the original location. Restore the portal. Yes. You close your eyes and relax your mind, probing the limits of your new senses. The roots of the bloom tongues are throughout the trade post, but they also extend some distance into the surrounding flesh. A few of them trail upward, tracing a path toward the open cavity in the outer reaches of the bloom. Seeing yourself, you take hold of the tendrils at once, urging them back along that path, clawing their way toward the surface and dragging the trade post after them. The ground buckles and churns beneath your feet, and the whole chamber begins to move. At last, you open your eyes, and the shaking subsides. The block archway is now opening. You hear astonishing voices outside. Oh my. I think that was the right way to do it. Their energy spent, the bloom tongues receded to the ground. Alright. Cool. Job done. Alright. I'm going to end it here. And next time we're going to see what we did to the bloom. And probably finish the main quest a little bit. So until next time, remember, embrace the chaos so you go mad. Bye.